What is up, guys? How's it going? Bringing you guys some Conquest with a little bit of tank action here and there, but also be using the support kit with the L86A2. Some want to see some light machine gun gameplay, playing on some Conquest on some new Aftermath fun on Markaz Monolith, I believe the name is, and someone wanted to see some light machine gun gameplay, so I had this on my hard drive. Figured I'd bring it to you. It's not really true light machine gun, like the big 100-round fucking drum of fun or anything like that, but it's in the light machine gun category, but I still pretty much say it's an assault rifle. But I'll give you guys some like PKP or 240B gameplay, something like that, or maybe a M60 Rambo fun. I never use that gun because it's fucking terrible, but a little bird gets shot out of the sky. Oh joy! I really enjoy this map. It's a good time. I enjoy the little bird madness, and right here I thought we were just fucked because I had like 3 guys shooting RPGs. I was like, fuck it, I'm support. I'll just try to do this and like C4 all of them, and I don't end up killing anyone right here. But how I survived this, I have no idea. Max all like, how are you still alive right now? And I was like, I don't know, but shit just gets lucky sometimes. But here we go, L86A2. Got the, what do I got? Bipod, I believe a laser sight and Cobra sight. I was going through trying to unlock the attachments because I wanted to get extended mags for this and heavy barrel and shit. And I think I unlocked extended mags this game, whatever. But not going to really be talking too much about the gameplay. It's pretty good. But I wanted to talk about this whole like gun law shit that's going around, especially here in America after the tragic school shooting that happened a few weeks back. And there's kind of the hot topic, gun laws and like, should we ban guns? And I don't know how I did not die right there because that tank's barrel was like pointed at my face pretty much, but I'll take it. And but anyways, yeah, this whole shooting shit that's happened, now they're trying to ban guns in America, and I'm going to talk about whether or not I feel that's good or bad, or my whole opinions on it and how I feel about guns. So first of all, I do not own any firearms. I live with a parolee, so I'm not allowed to own any firearms because if he had to sign some shit stating that, like, if he touched a firearm, he gets like 20 years in prison or some ridiculous amount like that because he's a felon. And but yeah, so I kind of grew up with criminals, as some of you guys might know, like my dad. And from one of the first memories I actually have of being a very little kid involved a firearm, and I don't know what happened or what caused it or what started it or whatever, but it happened in front of my house, and I live in San Francisco, so give you kind of a picture of that. But I live on the top of a hill, big ass hill, and basically what happened is, like, I don't know what started it, like I said, but my dad's friend just grabs me and starts holding my ears, and I see my dad in the middle of the street just fucking shooting a revolver off at some dude driving down the street because of something happened. I don't fucking know, but that's like my first memory of a gun. And I was like, a little ass kid. I was like 4 years old, before I went to school or anything like that, way before that. And that's actually my first memory of a firearm. And these whole gun laws and shit are supposed to be set up to keep criminals away from guns. Well, I got first-hand experience telling you that doesn't work, because people like my dad, who was a felon, he was shit. He was if he got caught with a candy bar, he'd do life in prison because of the 3 strike shit, which he had way more than 3 strikes, but that law didn't take effect till after that. So but yeah, gun laws designed to, keep people like my dad from having firearms. And let me, like I said, I'll first tell you that did not work. My dad had a lot of firearms when I was growing up, and from the time when he wasn't in prison, and I do remember spending some time with him, he did have firearms. He just had them, and gun laws are designed to keep people like my dad from not having them, but it does not work. And I believe guns are good. Everyone should have a gun. Drop some knowledge on you guys. Country in the world that has the most crime is Mexico. and they have like the most gun shootings and all this shit. And Mexico completely banned guns, not allowed to have firearms. Any citizen is not allowed to have firearms. And you look what happened. All the criminals have firearms and they shoot the civilians, and the civilians have nothing to defend themselves with. Okay, so then we're going to go to the extreme polar opposite of that, and we're going to look at Switzerland. And after finding out about this, it made me want to move to Switzerland. And basically, if you're unaware about Switzerland and their crazy gun laws, because people will say that they're super crazy, but they fucking work, I'll tell you that. Basically, in Switzerland, you're required by law to have a firearm in your house, or something like that. And the Swiss government actually will give you a gun if you live in Switzerland. And they have like armories and bunkers and shit for citizens to be loaded up with firearms and to have fully automatic assault rifles. Now, I live in California. We can't have fully automatic weapons. California has some pretty retarded gun laws. Like, we can't have anything over 10 rounds. And anything that takes a magazine, you have to have what is called like a bullet button, which is like basically have to push in this little stupid thing to get your magazine out. My friend has it on his SIG, SG55, whatever, 550, and that's actually the gun that the Swiss gives their citizens now. It's their current weapon that they've been using, and my friend has one, and it's semi-automatic, holds a 10-round magazine. Of course, you could get 30-rounders and shit like that, although in California you're not allowed to have 30-round magazines, but there's some ways around that. Like, for instance, if you keep it disassembled, you could have it. And to put them together, it's like Legos, so it doesn't take much time to assemble. So, like, might be good to have in case shit hits the fan if you live in California, because then you could always slap that one together and, you know, defend yourself in case some shit goes down. And, you know, why do Americans have guns? It's not for hunting. It's not for hunting. People who say that shit are fucking retarded. Has nothing to do with hunting. You don't need a firearm to go hunt animals. Guns haven't been around forever, but hunting has. So, you know, you had, like, Native Americans that had the spears and their bow and arrows and all that, and a whole bunch of other countries, bow and arrow and fun. You know, you could just be like a sneaky-ass ninja and fucking grab a pig or something and kill that shit, I guess. But, yeah, you don't need a firearm for hunting. Firearms were put into place to defend us, to defend ourselves, you know. Especially when the country was first started in America, you know, that wasn't exactly laws, but, you know, the Wild Wild West days and shit, people shot that shit out when they had a problem. You know, you fucked with the wrong person, you might get blasted. So, things have definitely changed in, you know, the past couple hundred years when it comes down to that. And, you know, people are whole worried about this whole school shooting shit. And, you know, gun laws aren't gonna do anything to stop that. Most mass shootings happen in gun-free zones, which is pretty funny, I think. And there's actually some schools and shit taking action. Like, from what I understand, in Texas, we're gonna have teachers carry. They actually already have it. They have teachers have firearms in the classroom. You know, concealed carry. They go through training and all that. And I think it's great because if you know, someone goes into the school and tries to do some kind of school shooting shit, they don't know which teacher got a fucking strap, and he'll get blasted probably. And also, you got to look at the fact that people who do shit like that, they don't like resistance. They ain't gonna go to a place where people are armed in the first place to pull shit like this off. Like, you never hear about motherfuckers going to the police station to shoot shit up. I mean, it happens, but they don't report on it. You know, that shit does happen. And you also never hear about the cases where, like, actually recently, there was going to be another shooting in a movie theater, and a off-duty sheriff, she pulled out her revolver and shot him once in the head and killed him. Stopped it. Probably saved a whole bunch of people from getting killed right there. And, you know, like I said, guns aren't, you know, we have guns not for hunting. It's meant to protect ourselves, basically, from our government and any foreign threats. That's what it's for. And, you know, that's a part of the big reason why we won't get invaded by other countries is because they know that right when they set foot on land, the motherfuckers are going to get blasted. And that's also why, like, I believe, like, the whole back on the Switzerland thing, I don't think Hitler invaded Switzerland. Oh, right here, dude, I could have C4'd this guy and I fell off the building. I was bummed. But anyways, yeah, in Switzerland in World War II, Hitler didn't invade him because he knew what's up. they had guns, they're strapped up, and they take like a big pride on their firearms. And actually, if you're like between the ages of 18 and 30, I think that they actually sign you up for boot camp. You have to go to boot camp, learn how to use a firearm and everything. So when shit goes down, they got an army ready, and it's from the civilians. And I kind of feel that's how it should be for here. Like if shit ever does hit the fan and there's no cops and shit like that, and people got to have a way to defend themselves, and for that I think firearms are awesome. And then you look back at history and look at what has happened to the populations that did disarm weapons. And then you look at Stalin in Russia, and after disarming his population, he murdered 20 million civilians. And then you got in China, dude Mao in the 60s. After he disarmed China, he murdered 40 million civilians. And then you got Germany, good old Adolf Hitler, and after disarming their population, he killed 14 plus million people. And now Obama is trying to do that to America, I guess, or at least ban weapons. And I don't think it's gonna work. You can't get rid of guns. There's too fucking many of them, and there's like they said, there's an estimated like 600,000 AK-47s running around. So who knows? It is what it is, but I think guns are good. Everyone should have a gun. Everyone by law should be required to have a gun, because let me tell you, ain't no one gonna rob nobody if they have a firearm. And if you look at the statistics, actually crime's gone down in the past 20 years, and firearms sales have gone up. The only type of crime that has gone up is like petty crime, stealing wallets, shit like that, coward shit. But ain't no one trying to rob your house or nothing. Anyways, I could talk more and more on this subject, maybe for another time. Anyways, guys, peace. Have a good one.